You're watching CBS 11 News This Morning. Coverage you can count on.
That is this morning's traffic to go.
Thanks, Rebecca. You know, some legal experts call him the smoking gun, the man who can prove how Enron's top two executives hid and stole company money while letting the company go belly up, and many employees lost pretty much everything they had saved. Former finance chief Andrew Fastow is the government's star witness in its fraud case against Enron founder Kenneth Lay and his number two man, Jeffrey Skilling. Fastow broke down crying while testifying against them on Tuesday while talking about his wife having to plead guilty to filing false tax reports. This morning we are joined by jury and trial consultant Mary Griffitts in order to talk about this trial. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Andrew breaks down and cries. Why is this?
This is very important. He only broke down and got very emotional when he was talking about his wife, Lee, who went to jail for a year because they both jointly filed a false tax return.
Okay, so the jury has an opportunity to see this. What kind of an impact is that going to have on the jury?
Well, this is very important. The defendant's side is demonizing Andy Fastow. He is the cause of Enron totally going bellies up. Meanwhile, the prosecution is having to bring him in and say, yes, you lied and you're pleading guilty because you lied, but now let us see this other aspect of how it's affected your life.
Right. We should let our viewers know that you have sort of an inside track into this particular trial, into what's happening with the jury. Explain that real quick.
Correct. I have a very good friend who's watching the trial and who's been allowed to see it, so I'm getting this sort of, you know, kind of first-hand knowledge.
Sure, first-hand knowledge and information. Now, when it comes to the importance for the prosecution of having him do what he's done, we talked about this a little bit. They really want him out now.
They do. You know, the worst thing that you can do as a prosecutor, once you get exactly what you want to get your witness off the stand, because potentially you could be saying a lot of bad stuff, and then the defendants have more ammunition for cross-examination.
Right. Now, how long do we expect him to stay there? Because clearly the defense wants him there, and they're going to pin him down.
The prosecution is going to want to wrap it up pretty soon because they've gotten the link between Ken and Jeff Skilling and Andy. You told me to put this revenue in the shell companies.
Right.
I did it. So now the defendants, they will have him on cross-examination for a while.
All right, this is going to be an interesting one. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Make sure you keep in contact with the person inside.
I will.
All right, Mary, I appreciate it. And of course, you can keep up to date with the Enron trial by logging on to our website. There's some detailed information about the testimony and a timeline of the whole Enron collapse. It's at CBS11TV.com, where we are always on.